Hello guys and welcome to the Daily Word. Today I have another verse of the day. Just a quick warning, this video won't be edited. And the last video was going to be edited. I edited the video and everything, but for some reason it didn't download so I could upload it, so that was a bit annoying, but so I had to download the original one that I filmed. That's going to be the same here just because it's quite late. I don't know the exact time, 50 past 9, so I'll probably be going to bed, I think, after this, but yeah. So, but I feel like I should do this, today it's, we're doing Numbers. I know, a really lazy title for a book, Numbers, but it's got a really powerful Bible verse, I think. It's Numbers chapter 14, verse 24, and it says, "But because my servant has a different spirit and follows me wholeheartedly, I will bring him to the land he went to, and his descendants will inherit it." So, when it says has a different spirit, it doesn't mean like a different Holy Spirit. It means he's a different follower of God. He's not one of those followers. I wouldn't say different. He's one of those. He's a different kind of person. He's much different. He follows God with all his heart. Yeah, it says, and it also says, and follows him wholeheartedly. So his soul follows God with his whole entire heart, and it says, "I will bring him into the land he went to, and his descendants will inherit it." And the line, "and his descendants will inherit it," really is the powerful part, because it's pretty much saying what God does for you and what you do for God, and if you go by God's plan, it doesn't just affect, I mentioned this in the last video, it doesn't just affect you, it doesn't just make a huge ripple effect on you, it makes a huge ripple effect on your descendants and everyone around you. That's what I was saying. If your school, if you being public by your faith, it ripples from everyone around you. Next thing you know, in 10 years' time, it might be normal to worship Jesus before school starts. So what you do has a ripple effect on the entire, on everyone around you. So yeah, so your plan that's the thing I love about God's plan for you. It doesn't just affect you greatly, it affects everyone around you. That's why it's much different plan. It's like a much more planned plan, if that makes sense. So our plan, we're only thinking about how it's going to help us. Yeah, that's all I feel like we really think. If it's different, okay, but for our plan, it kind of feels more focused on how we are going to gain from it. And God's plan, it's just great because it doesn't just affect you greatly, it affects everyone around you, whether they're related to you or not. If they're around you, it affects them, which is what I really love. So that's why I would encourage you to follow God's plan, because you would know it does amazing stuff for you, don't get me wrong, but it also does amazing things for around you. So it might be before the community you may live in, like the place you may live in, might not be very Christian popular, but because of what you do with your faith, it ripples off, and next thing you know, a few years later, most of it's people who live there are Christians. So I'm using really deep examples that I'm not sure that happen. I hope that happen, but they're good points. That the great things God stuff for you affects everyone around you, which is why I want to encourage you to go through with the plan that God have for you, and even if it's doing something you don't want to do, like you feel free, like being a Christian, it is like if you've not been a Christian, if you're young like me, it's like a big step if God's calling you to get baptized. That is a bit, it's not necessary. You get a bit afraid, yeah, fear. But fear's not from God, so if you want, I would recommend praying about, like, you drive that out just to do what he wants, because it's not going to just affect you, as I'm saying. It's affecting everyone around you. So what God does for you affects everyone. Once again, it's just I know I'm repeating it, but it can change communities. What one person's relationship with God does can ripple and change communities. So I just want to encourage you to pray if you have the trouble of doing what God's called you to do because of fear and stuff. Or if you're called to be an evangelism, I don't know. If you have a fear of doing that, I would recommend getting prayed for that. I just think so. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye, guys.